Peace. Good morning, family. How you doing? It's Mr. R2. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I hear myself now. Hey, peace. How you doing? Today is Friday, another day that we have made it through the entire week. But I definitely want to say I appreciate you for being here throughout the week. This week has been a very interesting week. But how we're ending this week is very good. We're ending it very strong. For those that have been here the entire time listening to the podcast, I appreciate you always. Like we always say, like we always do, we always started off with gratitude. So again, appreciate everybody that's watching. Those that are on the Facebook space, those that are on the YouTube space, appreciate you 1,000% too. And those that are in the YouTube world, and those that are listening on the podcast, whether you're on Google Podcasts or listening on Spotify, just on Anchor, whichever platform that you're using and listening to, we're about to launch on iHeartRadio app as well. So we're going to be on the iHeart side real soon. So we're growing and expanding. So first of all, can you hear me? I just want to make sure that you can hear me. If not, let me know, because yesterday technology was winning for a while, but today I refuse, and I'm determined to work through and fight through whatever is going on and what's been going on too. So if you can hear me, let me know. All right. So let's jump into it. Miscellaneous. Good morning. Peace. I pray your day, your weekend grows strong as you carry it over into your weekday, meaning last day of the week, Friday, go strong into the weekend. So I appreciate you and everything you got going on. All right, Miss Lambert, how you doing, ma'am? Appreciate you guys always 100%. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So what I want you to do is, one, the things that resonate with you, I want you to say to yourself, or even you can type it in a comment, challenge accepted. So if that is something that you resonate with and it resonates with you, I want you to say challenge accepted, because the things that we're going to be talking about today, you're going to have to take it personal, because when you say challenge accepted, that is a personal invitation to yourself to talk to yourself, to tell yourself, and to look inward to say challenge accepted. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, like we always do, we go through the definition and we take each definition and then we merge it into the R2 definition of challenge accepted. Because challenge accepted, we're going to make that a phrase, and we're going to define what challenge accepted means. Can y'all hear me? Nobody said they can hear me or they couldn't hear me. So I would guess I would say that you can hear me because you didn't type a text. I can't hear you. All right, so the definition of challenge is enter into competition with or opposition against. Challenge is enter into a competition or with opposition against. And the second definition we're looking at challenge is to test the abilities of. Test the abilities of. And accepted is give an affirmative answer to or consent to receive. Accept is give an affirmative answer to, consent to receive. And the second definition of accepted is regard favorably or with approval. To regard favorably or with approval. So when you take these two words and you take these two definitions and you create this and you own it for yourself, when you say challenge accepted, and people say, what do you mean when you say challenge? What do you mean when you say challenge accepted? So the R2 definition of challenge accepted is when faced with opposition, test your abilities to affirm your favor. When you put these two words together, it is defined as when faced with opposition, test your abilities to affirm your favor. Challenge accepted. When you are facing things and you're going through these situations and you're faced with opposition, you're going to have to test your ability to affirm your favor. Just like when people say favor isn't fair, or I walk in favor and things like that, you're going to have to look at those things dead in the face and you're going to have to say, challenge accepted. Because again, the definition of challenge accepted is when faced with opposition, test your abilities to affirm your favor. All right, so the first thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to leave a legacy, intentionally leave a legacy. So if leaving a legacy is important to you, then you're going to have to say, challenge accepted. Do you accept the challenge of leaving a legacy? If not, then it's not for you. If so, then do it intentionally. Oh, I'm sorry, nobody in my family has ever graduated from college. Challenge accepted. No one in my family or my bloodline has ever owned a business. Challenge accepted. Oh, no one in my family, we've always done it this way. But why should you pass on poverty from generation to generation? Who is going to break that cycle and who is going to break that chain of poverty? Challenge accepted. If that's going to be you, that's going to be able to change the poverty struggle that was within and has always been within your bloodline, you were either going to have to be poor and have that poor and poverty mindset just like everybody else, or you're going to accept the challenge and to be the person that is going to make it out and to make it good and make it better for everyone else that come after you. Challenge accepted. Either you're going to leave that legacy or you're going to have and fall within the fabrics of the legacy of poor mindset and a poor state of being, or you're going to face the challenge. Challenge accepted. And the next thing you're going to have to do is you are not what you are going through. You are not what you are going through. You're going to have to stand and be able to look that storm in the face and tell that storm, challenge accepted. We all have problems, but do not let those problems consume you so much to the point to where you get lost in the sauce and you get tossed through and fro. Just like if you're on a boat and that boat hits the storm, everybody on that boat is going to be consumed by the winds and is going to be consumed by the rain and things of that nature. But you're going to have to look that storm in the face and say, challenge accepted. I guarantee you that I will make it out of this storm alive. I guarantee you that I'm not the storm, but I am what the storm made me, because the experience of the storm is going to allow you to know how to walk through other doors that you come upon. It's going to teach you how to walk and manage the expectations in the room, because you are not what you're going through, but you came through it. And because you came through it, you can look anything in the face and say, challenge is accepted. And when you get to that point, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is your building year. This is your building year. Write down those things and begin to draft up. If you ever been through drafting class, you know drafting class sucked. I'm just going to be honest. It was terrible, because if you was off by a degree or you was off by a 0.1 or a 0.3 degree, everything on the blueprint was off. It's just like if you were building a home, if you're off within the structure, the foundation won't be solid. So the home may look like is built well, but there is something about it that is off. So this is your year of building. Fortify your favor and fortify your faith. Because when you fortify your favor, you have to know and understand that I am building. And within my favor of building, it must stand firm on the foundation. I am going to see it before it actually becomes physically erect. It's just like when you want a home, I want a 3-bedroom home, a 5-bedroom home. The blueprint is going to allow you to see the vision of the home before the home is actually physically erect. So if this is your year of building, you're going to have to fortify that. So my question to you is challenge accepted? If this is your year of building, then you say challenge accepted. The next thing, I know we used be determined yesterday, but it kind of went in line with what we're talking about today, is you're going to have to be determined. Your race might not have your race might have just started, but you need to be determined to win. Just like when you see sprinters, they're in the starting block. Everyone is going to start on time, but what is going to determine the winner is the person who wanted the most. Challenge accepted. If you are determined to walk through those doors, challenge accepted. If you are determined to break through the struggles, challenge accepted. And only those who understand the challenge will accept the fate of what happens when they go through and make it happen. So be determined. And when you're determined, you're going to tell yourself challenge accepted. And this is the last thing. Learn to love yourself. Learn to love yourself. Love the past you. Love the present you. And love the future you. Challenge accepted. Because the past you is where you came from. You know where you came from. It's easy to talk that talk about where you came from. It's easy to talk about when you was homeless. It's easy to talk about when you was raped. It's easy to talk about when you was a latchkey kid. It's easy to talk about your divorce. It's easy to talk about the past you, because the past you may have built and fortified your favor to the present you. But you're going to have to tell the future you, challenge accepted. All right, the last thing that I want to leave you with is today is either day one or you're going to keep talking about one day. Is today your day one, or are you going to continue to talk about one day? Either you will do it, or you're going to say, I must start today. Your day one is your must, and your one day law lies within the laps of the people who continue to talk. Keep talking without action, and you're going to continue to say one day. But for everyone that understands the nature of day one, this is my day one. And from me to you, challenge is accepted. All right. Definitely appreciate you guys for closing this week out strong. And I want you to look deep within inside of yourself, have that inward approach, have the ability to walk upright, have the ability to break those chains, have the ability to work through and not go through what you're going through, but work through what you're going through. Because I guarantee you, on the other side of fear and on the other side of failure is success. Failure is a tuition that you're going to have to pay in order for you to be successful. I'm going to say that again. I probably should have wrote that down. Failure is the tuition that you will pay in order for you to be successful. Hey, if I see that again, y'all know where y'all got it from. Failure is a tuition to success. Everybody pays the price. Everyone pays the price of failure to be successful. So failure is a tuition that you pay to be successful. And y'all be blessed. And remember, the best way to be is consistent. And what could consistency create? Consistency could create your currency. Y'all be blessed. Peace.